What's up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man. Welcome back for another episode of Lakers City. Today's pregame, we got the Lakers taking on the Golden State Warriors in the preseason finale, man, right before we gear up for that regular season. And coming up next week, guys. So super hyped for that. What's up, everybody? Welcome to live stream. So looks like today we're sending out, the backup players. They're starting tonight because we're going to rest the starters. That's going to be really interesting because we're actually going to get to see Lonzo Ball, Lance Stevenson, Kyle Kuzma, Michael Beasley, and JaVale McGee start. So that's going to be the new starting lineup. What's up, Mr. G? How you doing, man? What's up, everybody? That's the new starting lineup for tonight. We're resting the starters, rightfully so. We already flexed our power on this team, but I still hope we can compete. I still want to see Lonzo have a good game. I want to see Kyle Kuzma ball out. Of course, the Warriors, they have most of their roster except for Draymond Green, who's on limited minutes, I believe. But I think that explains why the Lakers signed guard Manny Machado, who's been with us in the G League and dominating the G League. But I think it's just a one-game signing type thing to give our guys some rest. So that should be fun. I'm still going to have a blast watching this game. Hopefully you guys will as well. And, again, tonight's game is going to be to see if Lonzo can continue to find his footing. You know, he hasn't played for a while. So I do want to see this, man. Do I remember Chris Mim? Yes, I do. That center, I mean, Chris Mim was actually kind of nice. He could block shots and dunk on people. But, injuries always brought him back. And then he was a solid role player, man. He wasn't one of the worst players that I recall from back in the day. Kwame Brown comes to mind when I think of, some of the worst players. But so, yeah, guys, looks like LeBron James, Rondo, Brandon Ingram, KCP, Josh Hart, and Alex Caruso are all out for tonight's game in San Jose. So we're going to get like half of the roster today. Again, we have a lot of depth, so I wouldn't even be surprised if we actually competed. But I also would not be surprised if we get blown out. I do expect the Warriors to try to come back with a vengeance since we smacked them the last game. So Dodgers are also playing tonight. So shout out Dodgers, baby. Let's get this dub. But Manny Machado? Maybe I said the name wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, but one of the Mannies. I don't think you guys – let's see here. Let me make sure I didn't butcher his name. Manny. He's one of the Mannies. Scott Machado. I'm sorry. Yes. Scott Machado. I'm sorry. I don't even know this guy that well. So, yeah, Scott Machado. I mean, he has been playing well for the G League. So, since last season, he's a guard who can pass, get up and down. But, again, to me, he's just one-day rental because we wanted to rest most of the core players. So that's what's up. But this is very telling to me on who the Lakers are starting day one of the regular season. The fact that Lonzo's not resting, Kuzma's not resting, basically everyone who's not resting doesn't have a chance to start on opening night. Now, this could change. The deck will be shuffled up during the season and all that good stuff, but I think tonight is very telling. The fact that, Kuzma didn't rest, the fact that, Lonzo didn't rest means that most likely to start the season, they're coming off the bench. So that's okay because Lonzo's still injured. He's still coming back. He says he's 100%, but I can still see that he's a bit flat-footed. But he will get better. Kuzma, we kind of expected he was going to come off the bench except when we play small ball. But for the most part this season, I expect Kuzma to come out and do his thing off the bench. And that should be interesting to see Lonzo and Kuzma dynamic. The fact that Lance has played really well in the preseason as well, Lance Stevenson. So I'm excited to see him starting, see what he could do. But, yeah, he's also probably doesn't have a chance to start next Thursday. So, but, yeah, this is pretty much a glimpse into what Luke Walton is doing now. The fact that Josh Hart is resting and so is KCP, that kind of tells me that, the battle between those two is still not settled. So I'm not sure who Luke Walton is going to start on game one between those two at the shooting guard position. But he said, I'm ready for next Thursday. Me too, brother. Me too, absolutely. He said, Kuzma at center is horrible idea. I agree, except when we're going small ball, because when we go small ball, I think we can get away with almost anything. Like, absolutely, you can get away with anything. But, yeah, I don't expect Kuzma to start at center regularly at all. Like, I think that's JaVale's spot, right? McGee's going to be there. But Lakers winning game one versus the Blazers 100%. I hope so. But I will tell you this, Portland is always tough to beat them over there, man, in Portland. I don't know what it is, but throughout the history, even when we had better teams historically than them, we always struggle in Portland. So that's tough. He said, I don't like Rondo's defense. That's okay. Rondo's not here to play defense. He's here to, play defense once in a while. But for the most part, Rajon Rondo is here to play make. That's what we brought him here, push the pace. And, of course, be a veteran leader for our guards especially. So that's what Rondo's here for, and experience. We know that in the playoffs he ramps it up another level. So his defense, we're not going to actually, expect too much from him. However, I do believe that that he's going to ramp it up as we get closer to the playoffs. So Rondo should be on the bench. I agree with that, Nikki. I think Rondo will be on the bench probably come December. I think Lonzo will be back to 100. We all know his defense, his athleticism is superior, his length. So I think, for sure, Lonzo Ball will be the starting point guard come December, which is perfect. That's around my birthday time. He's a starting five: Zoe, Ingram, Kuz, Bron, and JaVale. Now, that's not a bad starting five. I wouldn't mind that at all, especially because then you slide down your boy Brandon Ingram to the shooting guard. Now he's, balling everybody out just, at the two guard. He's going to be a matchup problem. Same thing with Lonzo. We're too lanky if that happens. And then Kuz can slide into his natural position, the three, with LeBron at the four and JaVale at the five. So, yeah, man, I do expect, all kinds of lineup changes and stuff. Love you too, Brian. Love you too, brother. I'm ready for tonight. Even though we don't have the full roster, I'm still excited, man. I can't wait till Thursday, man. It can't come quick enough. But I'll be watching starting Tuesday. I can't wait, man. Just for the NBA season is upon us, guys. October is here. Can you guys feel it? Oh, my goodness. So super excited. He said, we have a lot of hungry players, so confident against any team. Yes, sir. Absolutely. I think we can win on any given night. And especially, I think we're one of those teams that, even though it's just year one of assembling this roster, you cannot want to face this team in the first round. That's tough, right? So, yeah, I love the makeup and the build of our team. If you guys, somebody tweeted at me and they were like, look, Dan, this team is built to beat the Warriors. That's the plan. So hopefully if everything goes according to plan, this team will have enough confidence, enough chemistry come playoff time to have a shot at Golden State. I cannot wait, guys. But I'm gonna take it one game at a time. I'm going to enjoy it. It's been a long time since we've been this good, this relevant. The media has been raving about us lately, especially since we beat Golden State. So it's great as a Laker fan to sit back and say, finally, we're getting the respect that we deserve, baby. So absolutely happy with that. He said, well, Dan, JaVale isn't resting tonight, and he is definitely starting next Thursday. He isn't resting? Let me double check that. Because last I heard he was resting, but let me go ahead. Let me go back on Twitter just to confirm, brother. It says here, LeBron James, Rondo, Brandon Ingram, KCP, and Josh Hart. You're right. He's not resting, but that's okay. Because Luke Walton has said it, man. Our team is positionless. There's going to be nights where JaVale, for the most part, I expect him to start. But there's going to be nights when we go with a small ball lineup, even LeBron playing center at times. We can get away with that when we play teams like Golden State because they don't have a true center. They lost theirs when JaVale came this way. So we can get away with LeBron at the center at times. And, we just have to – it's up to the coaching staff to cross-match everything, right? And, take advantage of our matchups when we have that advantage. He said, we have so many mismatches. We have too much depth. What do you think about Kidd leaving next year? You mean KD. I think you mean KD. Where do you think he will go, and who will we get in 2019? KD has a high chance of coming to the Lakers. The rumors have been, about him coming here potentially next season. There's already tons of rumors about how the front office of the Golden State Warriors doesn't expect KD to stay with the Warriors past the season. And I kind of predicted this last year. I said, I feel like KD's a dark horse to come here to LA. However, I think Washington, D.C. is also a threat. I think if he ever wants to get his fan base back, you have to consider OKC will be a threat. After seeing LeBron go back to Cleveland and make that a successful return and gain like 90% of his fan base back, you have to imagine that KD will eventually get tired of being the villain and want to go back potentially. The Knicks are also a threat. So nothing's for sure. Nothing's for sure. A lot of people have been saying that New York was going to land a bunch of people. And I wish they did. Like I said, the Knicks are my second favorite team in the NBA. Wish them the best. However, I prefer him to come to Lakers. And I think we're more stable as a franchise having the front office, with a great like Magic Johnson instead of, Dolan over there with the New York Knicks front office. So I think all those things factor into decisions with free agents. But, hey, if he does want to shine, I think New York is a perfect challenge for him. He'd definitely get a whole new fan base, and they have a great, loyal fan base over there. So, but we have plenty of options, so I'm not worried, guys. He said, what's cracking, Dan? We popping them in the mouth again? Lakers. I just want us to compete tonight because we're not starting most of our guys. Tonight is going to be Lonzo Ball, Lance Stevenson, Kyle Kuzma, Beasley, and I think JaVale, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, it's going to be harder to win tonight, but it's possible for sure. We have enough depth, at least to compete. That's all I want from us. Stay competitive and go into the regular season, riding high. That would be nice. But if we do lose tonight, I at least want us to make it competitive. That's my only hopes for tonight. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. He said he ain't going to go to OKC. He would go back if they back to Seattle. And I think that's a possibility. I think Seattle will I think Seattle will get NBA team pretty soon. They're a great city, loyal fan base. I don't understand why the NBA took it away from them, but excuse me. Oh my God, I got the hiccups. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna have to cut this pregame short just because I have the hiccups. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to talk. So keep it locked up. Oh my goodness, I think we covered everything, anyways. So keep it locked, guys. I got you guys post game. Hopefully the Lakers can, make something happen. Let's just watch some exciting basketball. Lonzo Ball still playing last I checked, and Kuzma. So I'm definitely tuning in. Doesn't matter, guys. Even if it was a bunch of third stringers playing, that would be awesome. I'll still watch because I'm a diehard like that. So keep it locked, guys. Much love, and I'll catch you guys post game, baby. Let's go, Lakers.